Let's face it, you suck at dieting. And losing weight? Well, that sucks too. Giving up isn't an option because you'd rather be thin. You're now listening to the Rather Be Thin podcast with your vocal sensation, an unfiltered, anti-fat acceptance warrior, a serial dieter and food addict herself, your host, Tasia.
Hey, you're now listening to episode number 5 of the Rather Be Thin podcast. I'm Tasia, and it's nice to meet you. Now, before we can even start this episode, I need to make sure you're in the right place. If you're a woman in your 30s or above, and you try to stay on your diet for at least 100 times this week alone, then you landed on the right podcast. All right, so let's jump right in to this episode of the Rather Be Thin podcast. Have you ever eaten so much food that you thought you were going to die? For real, have you ever sat there on the couch, whipped out a whole bag of cookies, ate the whole thing, right? Went back to the kitchen, grabbed a bag of chips, ate that whole thing, okay? Went back to the kitchen, went and grabbed some soda, drank that whole thing. There's some good food leftovers in the refrigerator. You decide to go heat it up in the microwave, whatever you want to do. And you sit back on the couch and eat that whole thing. Have you ever eaten so much you laid there on the couch in pain, saying to yourself, I don't want to eat food ever again. But then your butt gets up 30 minutes later and grabs something else to eat. Now, what's wrong with you? Quick disclaimer. This podcast is purely based on opinions and experiences. Please consult your own physician, as none of the suggestions, information, and topics discussed are intended to replace actual medical advice. We encourage you to do your own research. The Rather Be Thin podcast is for entertainment purposes only. What is wrong with you? Now, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I'm not picking on you because this happens to me all the time. It's been happening so much so that it's been happening for months, a long time. And because of that, I gained 30 pounds from those types of binges. Unnecessary binges. For what? To look in the mirror and see a double chin waving back at me saying hi? I don't want that. I am so sick of being fat. I'm so sick of being fat. I don't know about you, but I want to do something about it. I need to do something about it. Why? Let me tell you why. So last night, I decided to stay up to 3 a.m. eating every freaking thing in the house. So my family's sleeping, and I'm over here downing calzones, potato salad. I was eating some chips, some fruit snacks. I'm just having a ball. Or am I? No, because I'm over here sick. My body hurts. My brain's telling me to stop, but my mouth just keeps chewing on that food. And I'm like, what the heck is wrong with me? Why can't I stop eating? So you know what? This morning I woke up at 6:30, mind you. I went to sleep at 3:30. Woke up at 6:30 saying to myself, you know what? I'm going to start my diet today. Because if I don't, my heart's going to freaking explode. For these months of eating, especially for the last few weeks, I really felt like I was going to have a damn heart attack. And I kept eating. Why is that? We pretty much know why that is. I'm a food addict. If you go through this, I feel bad for you because I feel bad for myself. I'm so sick. I'm so sick and tired of being fat. What is going on in my mental to think that it's okay to keep eating even though I'm feeling sick? My nose is getting stuffed up. I'm getting headaches. My body's like, leave me alone. And I'm just stuffing food in my mouth. Like there's no tomorrow. Like there's not going to be food ever again. If I don't eat it now, I'll never see it again. Like right now, I have sauce pizza. I know, there's no cheese or pepperoni on it. I have sauce pizza in my kitchen right now, just chilling on the countertop, ready to be eaten. Heat it up in the microwave for a little bit, just make it a little soft. I love it when it's soft and warm a little bit. Add some Parmesan cheese on that and just slowly eat that, enjoying every single bite. Now, if I just had one, that would be no problem. But no, my fat ass have to go and try to eat the whole damn box. And that box is meant for a family, not just for me. So why do I want to go back and eat everything I see when clearly I want to try to lose weight? It's very frustrating knowing that my goal is to get to a certain point, but I keep sabotaging myself by going back into the kitchen and eating everything. Is this where you're at right now in your journey? Are you having a hard time trying to smack the food out your mouth? Because this is it's very frustrating. The sabotage that I put myself through. Is anyone making me eat this food? No. No one's making me eat this food. It's me eating this food. And I know damn well if I keep eating this food, I'm gonna become a damn size of an elephant. I don't want to eat as much as I do. I love to eat. Come on now. I don't want to give up pizza. I don't want to give up Doritos. I don't want to give up Twizzlers. I love all that junk. But can I just please stop eating the whole damn bag? Is it necessary? How about for you? What is your weakness? What is that food weakness that you have that you can't stop eating? Even though you know it's bad for you. It's so stupid. It's stupid how we know it's not good for us. How we know we should not be gorging ourselves until no tomorrow. But we just keep doing it. Why? Why? It's like I read these books. I watch YouTube. I'm trying to figure out why the heck do I keep eating the way I'm eating? Knowing that I have a goal to maintain or a goal to reach, whatever. I just want to get to my goal weight, but my mind won't let me get there. It's like I try to play tricks. I try to play tricks with myself and be like, you know what? I'm not going to eat until this time, or I'm going to try to make some kind of food that's like the food I want and eat that instead. No, that is a recipe for disaster. Why just make the replacement food when you know you want the real item and you eat the replacement food? It could be okay, not, whatever. Regardless, you eat it and then you end up still wanting the food that you originally wanted. And then you try to find something else to eat. What else can I eat instead of the food I really want? And you end up eating on that food. And then at the end of the day, you end up eating the food that you really wanted when you should have just started with that in the first place. Now, what is going on with that? The brain is not stupid. We can't trick ourselves. We are ourselves. We're telling ourselves, this is what this is. And you're trying to trick yourself to eating something else? All right, that's stupid too, right? So why so much food? Why do we need so much food? Why do we need to keep re-upping, and why do we need to keep gorging ourselves like I said before? Why do we need to keep putting everything in our mouths like we're not going to see it tomorrow? That being said, and the experience I went through yesterday and this morning, I need a freaking detox. Even though right now I want to go and eat that sauce pizza in my kitchen, the whole thing, yes, the whole thing, I'm over here recording this podcast because I need to get this on my chest. I want to succeed. I don't really have a plan right now. I just know that I need to get away from this food. I need to reset somehow. I need to figure out what I can do to get back on my weight loss journey because I want to lose the weight that I'm gaining. I don't know where you are with your weight loss journey, but right now, there needs to be a change. There needs to be a change. I don't want a heart attack. I don't want to suffer with a stroke just because I can't stop stuffing the food in my mouth. You know? It's quite aggravating. I know I probably said aggravating a million times so far, but it's aggravating because I know I'm sabotaging myself. Sabotaging myself to the point that I'm going to end up being where I was, my starting weight point. It took me so long to lose 80 plus pounds, and I already gained back 30 of them. So easily too. All because I just want to eat the whole freaking box of cookies. But do I really want to eat the whole box of cookies? That's the question. That's what I'm trying to figure out. And that's what this podcast is for. Trying to figure out the tips, the tricks, the secrets, the everything. So that hopefully you and me both can lose our weight and keep it off forever. No more of this yo-yo crap. I'm like so done with it. Make this fat go away. Now you're probably asking, how are you going to do this, Tasia? How are you going to make the fat go away? Now, like I mentioned earlier, I'm doing a detox kind of thing. What I'm doing is cutting back on the food, which is really freaking hard. Like I said, I want to eat the damn kitchen right now, but I decided that it'll be better for me to just do this podcast and get stuff off my chest. But this is the plan that I have in mind. Now, before even starting this detox, I had to ask myself, what am I expecting to happen? Am I expecting to lose weight? Do I want to feel better? Do I want mental clarity? I mean, what is it? What am I looking for it to happen? What am I looking for? What am I trying to accomplish with this detox? Now, speaking of losing weight, I don't expect and I don't believe that I'm going to keep off the weight that I am going to lose during this time. I say this because when I did detoxes before, I would gain back most of the weight. So I'm figuring that it could be just water weight that I'm losing, but a detox should be more than just losing weight. And for me this time, I'm doing this detox because I just want to get my mental clarity back. My body aches, just make them go away. I just want to feel better. I just want to feel better and to reset my eating. When I transition back to my eating plan, or hopefully my new way of eating for life, we'll see if that even works out, but not trying to shoot myself in the foot. But I don't believe that a detox is a permanent way to lose weight. It's like it doesn't give permanent weight loss results, if you get what I'm saying. I think a detox is more for helping your brain reset, helping your stomach reset, helping you understand that the foods that were being eaten before the detox should be weaned off and relearn how to eat them again, if you want to eat them again. The reason why I say that weight loss isn't permanent after a detox is because I feel that it could be mostly water weight. And when you go back to eating foods, you may retain water again. So that's why I'm thinking that it's mostly water weight. I'm not an expert. I'm just a regular person trying to understand how to lose and keep off weight. I'm pretty sure there's someone out there that understands it way better than I do. So yeah, I just usually gain back weight after a detox. And I don't know if this is the same with you. I don't know if you've been on a detox and you experience the same thing, but if you are, then you're not alone. It happens to me too. So speaking of detox, what detox am I doing? There are too many detoxes out there. There's all kinds. And to talk about them in this episode, it'd just be too many to speak about. So maybe in a different episode or in future episodes, we can go over detoxes and all that good stuff. The detox that I'm looking to do is a protein shake detox. Yes, I'm just going to drink protein shakes for a whole week. There's no specific times or anything like that. I'm just going to, if I feel hungry, I'm just going to have a shake. And that's the plan. Now, you may be asking, why protein shakes? Why not water? Well, I chose protein shakes because of my mental health. I want to stay sane, somewhat sane, when I'm going through this, because I know it's going to be hell. So I need to make it as easy as I can, because it's still going to be hard. And knowing that I'm going to have a protein shake instead of water, at least I have some flavor. At least I have something to work with here. Now, another question may be, why not just cut back on the junk food? Why not just eat healthier? Well, the reason is I need a break from food. Plus, I know I'm behind on my number twos. I ate so much food that I have not done my number twos as much as I should. And I know I'm pretty backed up. And I can just feel the waste in my intestines. Yeah, it's that bad. And that's why I'm like, yeah, liquid only. We'll do this protein thing. And hopefully it will flush my system. It's more of a cleansing too. I would love to lose 15,000 pounds during this period of time. But I know it's not going to happen. I know I'm going to gain the weight back. I need to know my expectations. I need to understand them. And I can't get angry if I do gain back weight. The whole purpose is to reset my system. And again, for weight loss, it's going to be nice to see. Of course. Who doesn't want to see the scale go down? I love seeing the scale go down. But I have to understand and know that I will gain back some of that weight because when I start to eat again, I will retain water. And that's okay. That's okay. As long as I feel better, that's a good starting point. And I'll be happy with that. So basically, that's it. My detox plan is somewhat simple. I'm going to try to stick to the protein shakes. No exercising, because I know I'm not going to have that many calories to work with to exercise. I don't want to end up fainting and stuff like that. So I'm just going to stick to my protein shakes. Of course, I'm going to drink water too. Tea's not off limits, so I'm going to drink some of that as well. And just try to train my brain throughout this whole week to understand that when we go back to eating food, when I go back to eating food, that it has to be different this time. It has to be different. If not, this whole week will be for nothing. I would put myself through torture for nothing. So hopefully this does work. I'm telling you, the trial and error, trying to lose weight, trying to find the right formula, it is a pain in the butt. But once we get it, once we understand what we need to do to stick to our weight loss goals, to reach our goals, to stay on that journey, it's going to feel nice. It's going to be nice, and the results are going to show. I will update you and let you know what's happening throughout my own journey. And wish me luck, because I'm going to need it. If you haven't already, check out last week's episodes. You might learn something. Be sure to subscribe and rate this show. I'd appreciate your support. Also, check out the show notes for more information. And tune into the next episode of the Rather Be Thin podcast. Thank you for listening. Good luck to you. Hear me out again next time. I'm your host, Tasia. Bye.